property and there's wildfires raging nearby, or have you been considering purchasing a property where the wildfire zone is high risk and you don't know what to expect? If so, this video is made just for you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Chelsie. I'm a real estate expert with Better Homes and Gardens Wine Country Group, and I represent buyers and sellers in and around Sonoma and Napa counties. Today I wanted to make this video because we are officially in wildfire season, and our fire season actually started a bit earlier than normal, but that seems to be the trend in California nowadays with wildfire season. And I know personally I have some buyers and some houses that are in escrow that have been impacted by the recent wildfires and evacuations. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on what you should expect if you are in escrow on a property. And also I wanted to touch a little bit on how you can make sure your house is properly insured for future disasters like a wildfire. So first things first, if you are currently in escrow on a property and the property area has been affected by a wildfire and evacuations, first thing you should expect is that homeowners insurance companies in California will issue a moratorium on insurance policies, and quite simply put, that just means they are not issuing new policies until the wildfire is 100% contained. So no homeowners insurance policy means you're unable to get your home loan, which means you are unable to close escrow. This doesn't mean permanently, this just means until the wildfire is 100% contained and the insurance policy can then be issued for that house. You can get your loan and then you can close escrow. The next thing to take into consideration is the possible need for a second home appraisal. And the reason for this is the loan company or the lender, the mortgage company, and the appraiser are going to want to make sure that that property you are in escrow with is still standing after the wildfires and evacuations have been contained and lifted. So they will send the appraiser back out to the property just to make sure that it is still there before they will 100% release your loan and let you close escrow. The next thing I wanted to touch on is how you can properly make sure your house is insured, whether you are in escrow now or if you are already a current homeowner. Sadly, in Sonoma and Napa counties in the 2017 fires, a study was conducted and found that 75% of homeowners were not properly insured. And if you live in the area and have friends and family who were affected by the wildfires, I'm sure, like I have, you have heard many horror stories about fire survivors just trying to get out, just trying to get their policy paid out, trying to get their rebuild done, and it was an absolute nightmare. I know there was a lot of lawsuits that were filed against homeowners insurance companies because they weren't paying out adequately and because they did not properly insure the houses, and the policies just weren't adequate. So one thing that I recently found out, I just met Matt Everson with BW Builder, and BW Builder, they are general contractors in Sonoma County, and what they do is they will go out and prepare a scope of loss for you to present to your insurance company. And you don't have to use them after a disaster. You can also use them prior to a disaster. So one thing I found out was that insurance brokers, they are just kind of talking when they give you a price on what your rebuild cost is going to be and what your policy amount should be. They don't actually know, so they're just kind of pulling a number out of a hat and saying, yeah, this is what we should insure it for. However, since 2015, the cost of lumber and material and labor has more than doubled, which means that the cost of your rebuild purchase is just going to continue to rise, and these insurance companies and brokers don't necessarily know what the cost is going to be. Another thing that might come out as a bit surprising to everybody is that the purchase price for your home is often far less than what the rebuild cost is going to be, and if you just add that in with the ongoing increase in price for material and labor, it's not surprising, and it's sadly not surprising that so many people are not properly insured. So BW Builder, what they will do is they'll go out and do a scope of loss report for you to present to your insurance company, and you can even go online and fill out a report request for $75, and they will do a rebuild cost report for you, and you can actually take this to your insurance provider before you even get a policy. So do this while you're in escrow, get that scope of loss report done. It's $75, money well spent to make sure that you are adequately protected should your home be lost in a natural disaster. The website for BW Builder is bwbuilder.com. I highly suggest, if you are a current homeowner or if you are purchasing a house and you're currently in escrow, you jump on there, you spend the $75, and you get that scope of loss estimate, because that $75 could save you a ton of money and heartache and hassle in the long run should you ever lose your home to a wildfire. If you found this video and this information helpful, please pass this video on to your friends and family, those who are in escrow and those who are already homeowners. The best advocates we have are ourselves, so the best thing we can do is make sure that we are doing everything we can to make sure that our homes are as protected as possible. So with that being said, you guys, please stay safe, and a massive thank you to all the firefighters, men and women, who are out there fighting these wildfires and doing their best to protect lives and houses. And until next time, guys, stay safe.